Alright, gang. You give life a new meaning when you dream, and it's your boy Dream. You feel me? So my brethren, Gersham, he sent me a DM. He said they set AKA up who called him to wish why protocol was breached. Lelo N Podcast. So we here, gang. We about to see what this young lady about to talk about. About to see if she found out any more clues. What's going on with the case though? Feel me? Did we get any clues? Did we get any closer? Did we find anything? If y'all got any videos of any clues or anything, if the police actually did something to find something, let me know because I couldn't find anything. But hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, follow me on the gram. Feel me? Let's get it though.
Protocol was breached on the night that the late AKA was killed on that fateful day, 10th of February 2023, in Durban, Florida Road, says AKA's bodyguard, who was not there on that fateful night. But now the question is, why was it breached? Who breached it? Were people not briefed, the team? Because obviously you have a schedule, you have, like he says, you have certain protocol that from this place we're going to this place, from this place you have like a schedule for the day. On this time we're going to be having breakfast at half past whatever. We're going to be having this, and this is where we're going to have it. Everything is just pre-planned because you're not just traveling around with, just a minor artist. You're traveling around with Mega C, somebody who obviously is really big. And whether or not you have enemies or not, all artists travel around with teams, and they travel around with bodyguards, people that are supposed to make sure that their lives are secure and that their lives are safe. And now in comes Anita Larson, right? And she has done an interview with AKA's bodyguard, Noah Dog Khan, right? And he says, had he been there, protocol would not have been breached. He says that he would have collected AKA at the airport. From the airport, he would have taken AKA to the hotel room. From the hotel room, he would have collected him and taken him to the show, Hugo, I guess, where he was supposed to perform, because that's why he went to Durban, right? Because he was booked to perform at Hugo, and we seen that because he was hyping up the event and he was, posting it on his timelines and the posters and blah, blah, blah. And he says the next day he would have picked him up from the hotel room and taken him straight to airport so he can be in Joburg with people he loves, where he.
I don't know what she's about to say next, but Tibbs invited him to the barbershop. Feel me? Fresh Cut Fridays, and Tibbs invited him to the restaurant. I'm just gonna throw that in there too, feel me? Because the bodyguard said he's gonna bring him to the hotel and to the show. This is a grown ass man, and if he wants to go eat at another restaurant, a bodyguard can't tell him where he gonna just bring him to the. I agree with what she's saying. I'm not disagreeing with nothing she's saying though. Feel me? To my understanding, I thought Don Design wasn't his bodyguard, but it was two other people there. Feel me? I'm not gonna go back to the video, but it was two people. It was two other people there that I thought who was his security guard. I think they had a black shirt on, and one was standing directly in front of him while he was giving Tibbs a handshake. If I remember it right, feel me? If I remember right. So I thought those were his two security guards. So now that he has another security guard, my question is, why wasn't he there? Feel me? Why wasn't he there? That was a big show that night. His album's about to drop. He's in a big city. They already gave him a warning not to come to the city. So why wasn't his security guard there? That's the question you should have asked him, not what would you have done if you was there? Why wasn't you there? Let's get it though, feel me? I agree with you, young lady. I'm not disagreeing with you at all. I just had to throw that point in. Let's get it.
Lives, because obviously they took him away from Johannesburg and took him to Durban so that he can get Unfortunately got herself into a messy issue. Of course she did. She got herself messed up with you. Now I'm so much better. She went up. So let me, I'm actually quoting from the Sunday World Sibs. You guys know, every time there's something that is, AKA related, I will scroll and refresh and do whatever, because I feel like I'm one of those people that really want justice. And not just for AKA, for everybody. I mean, Tibbs Dibela Motswane, who was AKA's former manager and his longtime friend, was also killed on that day. So obviously, justice for AKA is justice for all, and it's justice for everybody like me who just wants like a story of hope to latch onto. And I get excited when this is ignited, and because we are not going to forget about it. We don't want to forget about it. Some people are like me; they don't want to forget about it. And I know there's people out there who like, oh my gosh, leave this, let it be. How do you leave it and let it be when this was not closed?
Because if this happened to your family member, you wouldn't be out here, yo, just let it be, let the police do it. No.
You get?
Because the police are not even doing their job.
Me. So from the Sunday World, so Anu Khan, the bodyguard of late rapper Keenan Forbes, affectionately known as AKA, has revealed that protocol was breached on the day that the rapper was killed, says the publication. Now, Dog, who was not present when AKA was gunned down outside the Wish restaurant on Florida Road in Durban in February, was speaking on My Guest Tonight with Annika Larson. Now, in the interview flighted on ETV Tuesday night, Khan shared that if he was around, he would have picked up the rapper from the airport.
Where was you, though?
Straight to the hotel. From there, he would have taken AKA to the show for his performance and then back to the hotel. The next day, Khan would have picked him up from the hotel to the airport. Now, Doc further said it was the duty of the bodyguard present or assigned to protect AKA on that particular event, on that fateful day as well, to make sure that the correct decisions that would have minimized his exposure to danger, which I have said before when I was speaking on the justice for AKA and the AKA murder issue and AKA investigation issue, where I said that, is a BG, as he calls it, a bodyguard's job, not to guard your body, hence the name, bodyguard. Okay, he even, there's even a video, Sibs. I'm not sure if I'm going to insert the video because of copyright purposes, right? Because it belongs to ETV, where he actually demonstrates to Annika Larson, rather, how you are protected. He says one bodyguard is behind you and one bodyguard is in front of you and constantly surrounding you all the way into the vehicle. And he says the vehicle that you travel in is a vehicle that is, bulletproof. So no rifle or no AK-47 or pistol or whatever can, no bullet can go through that vehicle. You are in a safe haven once you're in there. But
okay. So if that was the case, right? He was standing like he was okay. Let's say he facing the shot, right? Feel me? He's facing Tibbs, so y'all Tibbs, right? And I'm AKA, right? I'm giving y'all a handshake. He had, I think, 3 bodyguards right here, right? Or 3 people right here. Right, he had 1 person right here, right, but no 1 person right here, and then he had Don Design on the other side, right, but there was nobody right here though, right. So the protocol was the back and the front, but nobody right here. That's how he got hit. He got hit right here once he turned around. Feel me? My fault. I'm just trying to remember everything again. So when she's talking, I just remember everything. So, but I agree with everything she's saying though. Feel me? Security got to be much tighter. My other question is why the main security guard wasn't there. And another thing is, earlier that day he was outside with Don Design. Remember Don Design did that stretch earlier that day. Feel me? He was outside. I don't want to say he was lacking, but he was outside just chilling. Then that same day later that night, remember when Don Design was doing that stretch before the first shooter came? Yeah, man, this is crazy though. Feel me? So he was outside. He was just chilling. I don't think the security guards was lacking though. Feel me? They was just all just loudly gagging. In my opinion, they was just chilling. They wasn't really concerned about AKA's whereabouts or even looking around, like seeing if anybody was trying to get him. But let's get it though.
Outside of that, your bulletproof is your bodyguards. They're supposed to be aware and make sure that you're covered at all costs.
You basically now you're the principal. We protecting you.
It's my moment.
The BG is going to walk in front of you. He's going to open
What's the BG?
The bodyguard.
Oh, okay. I'm just going to do what you tell me to do.
Take leave. We go. You go.
They didn't even look like that. His bodyguards didn't even look like that, or even close to what this guy even had on or anything. Feel me? They didn't even look like this. He was getting in a regular It looked like a minivan. The car in front of him was a Range Rover, so he should have been hopping in the Range Rover, but he was hopping in a regular cab car, in my opinion. But let's get this up.
What's the BG?
The bodyguard.
That car that he was about to hop in didn't look bulletproof.
Take you. We go. You go. Alright. So now you're in a safe haven. This is a armored, bulletproof B6 vehicle, and B6 means that like no rifles, the AK-47, anything that's a rifle won't penetrate. Yeah, and no pistols, no revolver, and no bullet can penetrate where you're in here.
And one thing.
But they could say anything after the fact of how people were supposed to move, though. Like, why wasn't y'all moving like that night, though? In my opinion.
That was touched on that interview as well is why was he so open? Because Anita also says to him, if you look at the footage of AKA's killing, these people literally walked straight to him, pointed the gun, and shot. Easy like that. Why was he open like that? But let me continue quoting from this publication, The Sunday World. He says, in my absence, protocol was breached. He says, Keenan was called and invited to go to Florida Road's Wish restaurant, which he accepted, said Khan. Now, siblings, you know, I don't just read things and just take it from there. I always analyze it myself. So basically, what I'm taking from the interview as well, that, Khan did with Lawson, is that there was already a chain of events that was supposed to have happened on that particular day, leading to the show, leading to AKA's safe return to his home in Bryanston, Johannesburg, right? Now, a phone call came through, and AKA was invited to Wish Restaurant. He says, like I said, I'm quoting again, had he been there, and it was the job of, that bodyguard that was there to make sure that every decision that was taken on that day makes sure that AKA makes decisions that are not a danger to him, right? So had I been there...
All right, in my way, it could go, in my way, how I'm thinking what she about to say, right? It could go two ways, right? They could have had the, what's that word called? Basically, they could have had the schedule already, itinerary, whatever you want to call it. They could have had it ready, right? And somebody inside inside the camp could have told somebody, all right, this is what we about to do today. This is the best time to do da-da-da-da-da. Y'all understand what I'm saying, right? Or it could have came from Tibbs. Could have, right? And the gunman fucked up. For me, because the first gunman that caught AKA, he caught AKA. He didn't catch Tibbs. The other guy caught Tibbs. So maybe, I'm not saying Tibbs did anything, nothing, rest in peace to Tibbs, but I'm just assuming, like how anybody would assume. So maybe the second shooter, the one that was just standing there sitting on the car, maybe he accidentally was supposed to shoot somebody else and he wasn't supposed to shoot Tibbs. We don't know. But let's hear what she's about to say though.
Protocol would not have been breached simply because the call would have come through the road manager. So basically, the call would have come through the road manager, a call like that, inviting AKA to Wish, and obviously the road manager would have, communicated with the bodyguard. The bodyguard would have straight told the road manager, ain't happening. It's going to, make sure it's going to be dangerous, okay? And he's not going to go there. We're doing things as we had planned them. Now, also killed in the attack on the evening, my sibs, on the 10th of February was AKA's longtime friend. Obviously, siblings, this interview...
Wait, no friend was killed, right? Another friend was just shot, right? And he was just like injured a little bit. Or did he die? Because somebody did say a friend got shot, but nobody said his name or anything like that. But we just know that Tibbs died and AKA passed away. But I didn't know somebody else got shot.
Doghead with Lawson ignited the fire, and it just increased the volume again. And soon after that, AKA's name started trending again. And one person that decided to speak out is Youngster Cape Town, who was also AKA's industry mate, right? And he is also he says that he's very angry because why are his close friends not calling for justice for AKA? why are his close friends quiet? Why are they not doing what they need to do? He said, I shouldn't be the most upset, okay, about Keenan dying. His close brasa. Where's the team? Where's the associates? Where's the law? Come on now, Owens. Open your back. Dala what you must. Okay? He says, I mean, like seriously, if you say that you are so close to someone and something like that happens right in front of your eyes, where he is gunned down like a dog, like that, and left on the street for dead to be covered by umbrellas like that, and it happened in front of you, you're traumatized, you're angry, you're mad, you want justice. And he says that none of those people are saying anything. They're continuing with life as it will. And for me, now, the gloves are off now, because I really feel, I've always felt that, those were the people that were supposed to be questioned to begin with. And I've always said my sentiments straight, that your close friends and family are the first people that are supposed to be ruled off the suspect list so that the investigations can continue. I mean, we've heard over and over again where that guy with the hat, that useless minister, Pegitele, he keeps on coming on our screens because he loves the camera and the lights for dear life. Basically, at this point, he should just open a YouTube channel, because he loves the camera. And he could go to Pimpville for a fake bombing, and cry, literally. I'm thinking to myself, is this guy mad? But he can't go to, KZN and knock on the Lieutenant General Mkonazi's door and say, hey, what's happening? How far are you with the investigation? Go cry there, because the whole nation compromised your justice system and your policing system. That occurrence there. And the whole nation is grieving and they want some answers. And you busy crying for a fake bomb? When have you seen a petrol bomb bombing and then there's noise? Because a petrol bomb is basically a bottle with petrol inside and a cloth and a lighter and fire. You throw it, it cracks the window, and the petrol spreads and the fire ignites. There's no petrol bomb that bombs and then there's a boom or whatever, like that grandma was saying. And he decided to go there, but he cannot follow up on AKA's murder case. How cool is our Minister of Police? Okay, so obviously,
she's gonna say, how fucked up is that?
This ignited, some anger all over again. And Les crawls out of the woodworks and decides to say this: crazy world we're living in. He was responding to youngster Cape Town, who's again. And Les crawls out of the woodworks and decides to say this: crazy world we're living in. He was
crazy world we live in. How do we really be thinking they took my mans? What's the motive? Everyone don't grieve the same. Please leave them alone. They've been through a lot. I'm just as angry and also want answers, but not in the direction. Please, love. Oh, okay.
Responding to youngster Cape Town, who said that he cannot be the only person that is angry. Everybody must just dala what they must, because where is closer Brasa and his Owens? You know what I mean? And they're not doing anything about it. So Dallas says, crazy world we're living in. How do y'all really be thinking they took my mans? What's the motive? Everyone don't grieve the same. Please leave them alone. They've been through a lot. I'm just angry and also want answers, but not in this direction. Please, like seriously, Dallas, sit down, okay? And I don't understand when he says what's...
See, my fault. I'm allowed to talk. Because she's preaching right now. Everything she's saying is fact. But if I agree with youngster, because like, where's the law? Where's my brothers? Where's the people that said that they love me? Why they not helping me? And then the less, I hope I'm saying his name right. He's telling everybody, calm down, let people do their job. My boy, nobody's doing their job. You know what I mean? That's why youngster's saying what he's saying, because nobody's doing their job. And you're one of his loved ones that's not doing their job. And you're telling everybody, be quiet. Come on, son. We're not getting justice. This is why everybody's talking and everybody's preaching, because we need justice, boy.
The motive. What's not the motive? What's not the motive? Because nobody is saying they done it, okay? Obviously, except Nota. But we are all saying they are suspects, and it should be proven or ruled out that they are not suspects. And obviously, when someone is a suspect, firstly, right, you question them, you're going to try and, get a motive of why they should. And if there's no motive and it doesn't look like they suspect based on the interrogations, then you're going to rule them out or whatever, right? So he must just keep quiet and sit down, because clearly he doesn't know what he's talking about. He says, can we please just
I
take
agree.
leadership from the Forbes family, okay? And then Nota
No
Baloyi,
leadership.
though, however, like I said, has continuously pointed fingers at his friends. And when his account got unsuspended on Twitter, he didn't hesitate. He went back in there again. Now, Nota says, bro, don't defend anyone. You weren't there. So focus on Maddie Mondays with your daughter, because at least her father is still alive. Your new boy at its younger chief knows the truth, and Mr. Cash Time knows when his brother is lying. Don't let his murderers use you to cover their tracks. That was not about.
But y'all got Chief. People wasn't there. His brother was there though. That's why he said Mr. Cash knows when his brother's lying. Y'all think y'all got Chief got something to do with it though, or his brother got something to do with it though?
Employee responding to Dallas, who was.
Because we watched the memorial service. They emotions and stuff like that, and how close they was to AKA. I don't know. Like, y'all got Chief, he was really like, his career started from AKA. Like, AKA, I think, gave him his first song. He was in a slump. He was in a writer's block. That's what he said, feel me? And AKA, I believe, gave him hope and told him, yo, let's do this song. And then that's when they kept making songs together. So I don't think someone that gonna change your life and stuff, maybe you maybe envied him, but I don't think so though. I don't think it came from y'all got Chief though.
Was trying to be a bodyguard to the friends that are supposed to answer to what the hell happened, what was the event leading up to AKA's and Tibbs's death, right? And Nota continues, anyways, in the 17 minutes I spent speaking to Siam Dluli, I was able to confirm the story he's been telling everybody, which was that he ducked bullets aimed at him, and that the shooters mistook Tibbs for him. Both claims are ridiculous, and he's a punk.
No, that might be right. They might want to take out Don Dazan, maybe, and if I'm what I'm understanding, she's saying it correctly. I believe they was probably trying to take out Don Dazan and what's her name? And think maybe. Hold on, let me go back. Let me see if she's saying. Cause the one who ducked the bullets was Don Dazan. Anyways, in the 17 minutes I was able to confirm the story and telling everybody, which was that he ducked the bullets. Who's Sava? I don't know who Sava is then, but who's Sava though? But I agree with this. I don't think Tibbs was supposed to get shot.
Tibbs for him. Both claims are ridiculous, and he's a punk ass fool thinking he scared me. So Nota apparently in this, judging by this tweet, is basically saying that he spoke to Siam Dluli, and obviously also what Siam Dluli has been going around spreading, saying that he was ducking bullets, and the reason he was ducking bullets is because the bullet that hit, Tibbs was aimed at him. How did he see where that bullet were aiming at when he couldn't even see the person walking up to his brother, his mate, his brother, his Owen? Okay, AKA, and just shooting him point blank. But how did he see that, like, while he was busy ducking, did he manage to peep and check if the bullet is coming to him and it didn't come to him and it goes to Tibbs? You understand what I'm saying? So if that really happened, then Nota is right.
But we also got to see where that threat came from, because they also told AKA do not come here. So we got to see who told him that, because like when something happened, feel me, you tell one person. Something in life, you're going to tell one person. You might not tell everybody, but you're going to tell one person. So I believe when AKA got that threat, he either told his wife, he told his manager, he told his father, his mother. He told one person, and one person knows where that threat came from. And I believe they need to say something. Because I don't believe AKA held that in. So because people know. So we just need to know where that threat came from.
Then Nota is right. If that really happened, like the story that he's telling, it does not add up. He must just stop spreading stories and just keep quiet, because people mourn differently, right? And they grieve differently, right? So then Nota continues and says, since when are Sia and Don Design inseparable? The only person that brought them together is dead. They need to stop pretending that they're friends. What's with all these reality homies? At its younger chief, I knew would never do that. He must be on drugs now because he's too shady. Now, obviously, this has, ignited this fire again for Justice for AK. And you know what? I'm actually happy that it ignited it. And I just hope that there's more and more stuff like this that happens, that just makes sure that, eventually, something gives. AKA doesn't just die in vain like that, because he literally died in vain and died in the street like a dog. Okay, and nobody deserves that, and no South African citizen deserves to witness that and then witness there being no justice. So I am really excited about this awakening of this case. And let me say to you guys, I am also asking myself these questions that Nota is asking himself, and everybody else on Twitter. There's a person that actually even went for Esquire saying, you know what, I don't care. Whatever must happen, must happen. I am really now going back to suspecting his friends, because they are just acting a bit too weird for me. Okay, everything is just moving on a bit too funny for me. So I'm also of that idea, and so yeah, I don't know what your thoughts are about the interview, Sibs. If you haven't seen it, I will try and include a clip of something. Let's just hope it doesn't get copyrighted, because if it does, then I'm going to remove it. But we need to make sure that we continue making the noise. My fire gets ignited to get justice for this every time I hear the updates. And like I said to you guys, I am so invested in this. And let's just make sure we continue signing that petition. Let's make that the biggest petition.
Wait, what a petition?
There was 5 petitions last year that were signed on change.org, which changed people's lives, because people really want to change, and and they made sure they signed the petition and action was taken. Let's do the same. I love you so much. Bye-bye.
I'm gonna leave that right there for me. So www.change.org, justice for AKA. I believe you can sign the petition right there. Yes, you can. Feel me? You can scan the QR code to sign the petition. Feel me? So I'm gonna move over right here. Feel me? Y'all can scan that. If you want to sign the petition. But yeah, this shit is crazy though. So in my opinion, you gotta find where that threat came from. They should have been spoken to to the family and to the people that was in that situation at the moment. They should have been spoken to them. Also, should have found some more cameras, because there was a few cameras there. I just feel like they're taking too long. It's about to be 2 months. We about to get into April, and they still haven't found a clue. So I feel like, oh man, sad to say, but man, this is like, I don't know. Like I be saying in the comments, man, it might take a while today. Find who did what they who killed AKA. It might take a while, but I hope we find justice. If y'all find any updates, let me know. If y'all find any updates, let me know. Y'all know I'm here for y'all. Y'all know I'm gonna keep reporting it, keep updating the people. But yeah, justice for AKA, man. And Tibbs and DJ Somebody. I mean, shit is crazy that people could just kill people and really just get away with it in broad daylight with cameras on. And did they have masks on? Sorry, I've been seeing so many videos. But this video is so clear in my head, but I just don't know like if they had masks on though. They probably did have masks on. I'm gonna say yeah, they had masks on, but I'm gonna say no too at the same time though. But let me know how y'all feel. I'll be reading y'all opinions in the comments. Follow me on the gram, keep me updated. What else? Hit that like button. Feel me? Help me with the algorithms. And what else, gang? Feel me? Justice for AKA, man. You already know the vibe. Give life a new meaning when you're dreaming. It's your boy Dream. I'm out of here. I'm weak.